Hey there, YouTubers. This video is more of the beauty of Michigan's Upper Peninsula. I'm going to ramble in a few minutes here, just let you look through some of these pictures. I'm also going to do the topic of what this video is about during my ramble. It's beautiful, but it can be dangerous. Once again, I will say what I've said many times is not everybody sees the beauty of winter in the Upper Peninsula or in really cold climates. See how beautiful it is to see a bunch of ice shanties way out on the middle of Lake Michigan, or the beautiful skies, which are often gray. But again, I just find this to be amazingly beautiful. But I want to remind again that sometimes beauty can be dangerous whether you're in the cold or whether you're in the heat somewhere. So let's get to my ramble. Alright, YouTubers, we are out and about today. I think I said in my last video, we both got a little sick recently. Somebody brought us a bug. Sorry about that sun if it's bright. It's bright for us.
Looks okay.
You got a little worse than I did, but I always brag about the not getting sick. I got sick. Couple days, one day of sore throat, another day of a little worse, little chest stuff, but doing better now. So we're trying to get out, and I'm going to show you some stuff in this video. But first, I'm going to turn this camera around and talk to you a little bit. Alright, YouTubers, there you see I'm on camera. So first thing I wanted to say is I put the lapel mic on. I'm at the point where I'm really tired of GoPro products, and there's a good chance I'm looking at upgrading to a different brand, that DJI Action 3, which they made some improvements to, which I researched, and a lot of people are happy with it now. At first it had some issues, but they made some software. But all that aside, what I wanted to talk about is we've been actually a little, me more than her, I think, a little disappointed in winter this year, because we had one pretty good snow day and a few other days where it got some snow. But besides that, there was a stretch where it was pretty cold but no snow. And then last week and a little bit beyond, I mean, we've had days up in the 40s. And it's just weird and not right up here. Even if, I don't know what you can see out the windows, but you can see grass all around Gladstone. I haven't spoken to the camera in a while. Apparently I don't know how to speak anymore. But what else has happened up here that I kind of wanted to talk about, and probably the title of this video, is Upper Peninsula, Michigan, and north throughout the whole country in the winter is beautiful for those that like it. For those that don't, they don't see it. But it can also be really dangerous. And this winter, there's been a lot of bad things happen just in this area of the Upper Peninsula. About a month ago, there was a 2-car accident where somebody died. And then 3 weeks ago, there was another accident where, if the reports are correct, I think it made the national news and everything. A woman had gone off the road and earlier in the day, and a guy helped her get unstuck and all that stuff. And then later on, he and his wife were traveling to watch their son play basketball, and they were in a fatal car accident because a truck lost control, and from everything you hear, there was nothing they could have done. And they left behind 3 kids. Just a really heartbreaking situation. And then, maybe a week or 10 days ago, there was a guy ice climbing up in Munising at Miners Castle, right along the lake. And he fell into the water, and it took them a few days to officially call off the search. He was from Lower Michigan, and he died. And then just a few days ago, like I said, the weather's been really warm, and I've shown you all the pictures of people out ice fishing, and they're still doing it, and they're still driving their trucks and all their stuff out there. But because of the holiday weekend, we haven't heard the whole story, whether it was a truck or maybe an off-road vehicle, but went through the ice. There were 3 people on it. 2 of them survived and 1 of them didn't. So when you come up to a beautiful place like this, you got to be careful, you know. I've always said in the videos I've made of the people ice fishing, oh, they know what they're doing. But when you get strange weather like this winter has been, it could be kind of dangerous. So and I know a lot of people automatically say, see, it's unsafe to be up where there's snow all the time, but I'm sure if you go down to Florida, there's been boating accidents, there's been traffic accidents everywhere. But when you come up to a place like this, you have to pay attention. We've had big plans of doing a really cool trip that we've been looking forward to. And part of it is, it's a trip you want to do for the snow. Now, I don't want to take a trip during a big snowstorm, but give them a day or 2 where they got the roads cleared. That's what I've been hoping for. But the UP just has not had that much snow this winter. And, you know, you've said it's like 2 months down the road. The weather right now is like it would be. It's February. It's later February. But this is like early April kind of weather. Today it's a little colder. It's 28 degrees now. But normally, you know, the highest you're going to see in all of February might be a couple days of 28, not 40s and crazy stuff like that. So I've been wanting to do some really cool stuff and actually share some of that with you guys on YouTube to see the really cool stuff to do on there, but we've kind of been on hold from sickness and the weather not really cooperating. So we're going back and forth in our mind, deciding, are we just going to go do it even if it's not going to have great mounds of snow or what? But that's what I wanted to talk about. The north is beautiful, but it can be dangerous, so be careful. I think that's all I got. I don't know. I'll turn this off and then we'll see if I got any more. The lovely voice next to me reminded me there was something that I wanted to add. I showed it last year, and we had planned on doing it again, even though we did it last year, but the UP 200 is a 200-mile sled dog race, and I think they have 2 or 3 other shorter races on that whole weekend, and it would have finished today, but for the first time in the history of that race, which is a long time,
33 years,
they canceled it because of a lack of snow. So that's how strange this winter has been. I don't know if they did in Hancock, if they did the ice sculpture thing. I think they did that. But there's another event we've been hoping to go to that we missed last year. But we're gonna have to see if they're able to do that, because, you know, if you look out the window right now, I'm going to turn it around in a second. There's hardly any snow on the ground out here.
It's very strange. Like these fields.
These fields should be feet of snow.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're seeing out the window, but I'll turn it around. So we don't know if we're going to get to do that other cool thing. We're having a good time anyways, having lots of fun, finding stuff to do. But, you know, the Winter Wonderland, we had cross-country skiing we were going to do. We were going to go do some snowshoeing even. Had lots of cool plans because if you're in this climate, you have to go do stuff to have fun, or you just become hermits, and we've been hermits a little bit lately. So we had to drag ourselves out here to see some of this. So it's just been a really strange winter. So, like I said, I'm going to turn the camera around so you can see just how little snow there is, when there should be a foot and a half of snow on the ground up here.
Oh, yeah.
Especially where we're going now, out to the lighthouse.
And for, like, the ice to be breaking up this early in the year, that's really strange.
Yeah.
I'm curious out here because I had seen several reports that it's breaking up at the point.
Really?
So, yes. So they were warning people to be careful.
Yeah, we have not really gone out on the ice at all, have we? We haven't walked out on any ice. And remember, I don't know, those of you that follow along, when last winter we went up to Munising and we walked 1.5 miles across Lake Superior on the snow to get to the ice falls and stuff on there on the other side. And I bet you there's people still doing that, but you won't catch me out there doing that.
No,
you won't
thanks.
catch either of us.
Thanks.
No. And, you know, I'm looking out the side that you can't see right now, and there's ice shanties out there. And you just hope for people, they know what they're doing. You know, most of the ice is probably still thick because it had been so cold, but you only need that one little soft spot and you're in a whole heap of trouble. So it's just been a really strange winter. Okay, back to more. This is not what this place is supposed to look like.
No.
It's just bizarre.
Very strange.
It's odd for me and it's bizarre for her because she's lived up here, you know. You remember any winter like this?
I don't think so.
Now, I heard stories in the past where, like, sometimes winter can come late. I've heard people say, like, there's been Christmases where there wasn't hardly any snow. But not February, you know.
It's either, sometimes if it's a super cold winter, we won't get a lot of snowfall.
Right.
But it's not been super cold. It's been alternating between cold and warm.
Right. 40s.
Very odd. Oh, somebody I saw on Facebook yesterday, they said they had 58 degrees at their house. And they live right on Lake Michigan.
Really?
A little bit south of Escanaba.
Wow.
58.
That's crazy.
Yep.
We just saw a bunch of deer and it made me say, and she's like, yeah. Deer are probably very happy. They won't have as many die because they're having no problem finding something to eat. There's a little bit glimpse of the lake.
Yeah, that ice does not look good.
I saw an update on the 3 people that went through the ice. I didn't get the story right, so I'll tell you that in a second. Yeah, we also saw in Escanaba there's a shipyard that had 2 Navy ships for the longest time. And I think they're ships that the Navy has decided didn't work out and they're not going to use. But I think in a previous video I showed you a spot that looked different. Well, apparently an icebreaker had come through Escanaba to that shipyard. And we hadn't seen 2 of them there. We only went one time and there was 1 ship and it was after that. So we're wondering if that icebreaker came to get that other one out. Oh, we were wondering if we were going to be able to get through here. It looks like we might not have to walk.
Well, this happened last time, and then you hit a big pile of snow.
Sure.
And there it is.
That's on the side.
Is it on the side?
It's on the side. Yeah, I think we can get through.
I'll be damned. Huh, okay.
And secret little tip for you, the spot to the left, there's free camping out here.
Yeah.
You just have to go to, in Gladstone, there's a place that you're supposed to go basically register, but it's free.
Now, we may end up hitting a spot where it's
Sure.
not drivable.
Sure.
I don't know. Because remember when we came here last year, it was just like a snowmobile.
Yeah.
It was just like snowmobiles are going through, but I see tire tracks. So this is a big difference from last year.
Yeah, you couldn't get through here last year. It was hard to walk.
Yeah, it was.
Because it was all blown up where you can see.
Oh, look.
Yeah.
We're not going to be able to
This
go
is as far as we can drive.
Yeah. But
I think we got to turn around or just park off to the side.
We'll just park right here.
Yeah, we'll just park right here. All right, YouTubers. There's lights. There's a truck went through.
I wonder if we could go.
Yeah, we're seeing this guy come by in this truck. We thought for a second, oh, we might be able to do this, but we watched him struggle quite a bit in a bigger truck, so we'll walk. So while you look at these pictures, I'll correct that story. It wasn't 3 people in a truck. It was 2 different instances. One was 2 people in a side-by-side, and one guy had on a float suit, and he survived. The other guy did not, and he didn't make it. And they went through a pressure ridge, and then another guy on a snowmobile lost his snowmobile in it, but he also survived. So when you go out on this stuff, you really have to be careful. These pictures, I think, are beautiful. There's some open water, which shouldn't be there, but you have to pay attention to what you're doing. But now let's look at some pretty sights of this lighthouse area. We heard rumor that there was breakup here, and you can see right there maybe that that's open water. I'm gonna go up in the lighthouse. It's really cold, even though it's almost 30. The wind is really cold. My fingers are... This was nice to be inside the lighthouse and break a little bit of that nasty, nasty wind. It's nice being out of the wind. I told you how it was so crazy warm. Not right here, not today. Alright, you can see there's a nice shack right there. Right there. And that is open water. That is all open. You can't see this place from Gladstone or from Esplanade, but you can see paper mill going over there. But there's a lot of open water. More open water on this side. More frozen out past it. There's a lot open over there. And me as a broken record, this just shouldn't be happening. There should be a lot more ice. It's weird and dangerous. Zooming in on the big paper mill in Gladstone, which employs a lot of people, and there's supposed to be an expansion coming. Let's check out this thing. Pretty sure it's can't see from Gladstone. You can't see from Esplanade. It's as close as I can zoom in. Sorry that you couldn't hear that, but that is a lighthouse pretty far out there, and my Lumix camera has a great zoom, so I was able to show it to you. I should do research now, but I haven't. I don't know if that floats or if that's got pylons or what it does, but now it's time to get out of this lighthouse and get back to warmth. Again, it's beautiful in short little bits, and then you go get warm again. But, you know, I really like it. This is a great lighthouse, great place to visit. Got my heated gloves on, nose help. That wind chill had to be about 10 degrees lower up there, probably single digits. And got the little spike thingies, not the big ice shoes. There's a lot of ice here, but again, not really much snow. So that was the lighthouse. I hope you enjoyed. So much warmer when you're not out on the point. Made it back to the car. Possibly could have made it through there, but it's not worth messing up at 5 o'clock in the evening on a holiday. Needing somebody to get these idiots out of here. But there's enough trees and limbs and stuff. If we got stuck, we could have got out pretty easy. But you don't want to mess up a nicer car. We all buy these SUVs and off-road stuff, but they can say what they want. Most of them really aren't made for that. And we didn't have the shovel with us. Parked right at the spot of one of these free camping areas. I'll come over here and show you. See? Free camping. There's a fire ring. You could get a couple of campers in there pretty easy. And it's free. As you look, it's right on the bay. It's pretty good, huh? Little bay to knock. Okay, hope you enjoyed. Alright, YouTubers, that was the Peninsula Point Lighthouse. Driving back. This road's like 17 miles or so to get to US 2. There's a campground and a boathouse or a boat ramp on the way. I showed you in the past. Again, you're seeing there's so little snow. And we're gonna get some vegan takeout. Maybe I'll share it with you. We'll see. It is 28 degrees at 5:22 p.m.
It's cold.
And it's cold.
My thighs are stinging.
Your thighs are stinging?
Yeah.
That's good.
The fronts of them.
Ooh, that's clear ice.
Yeah,
It's pretty.
Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah.
I wonder if you can see the bottom. We could pull over.
Pull
and
over.
walk down.
If you see a spot you want to pull over, we're going to pull over and look at clear ice. Alright, we saw a staircase but it said no trespassing. That is pretty clear ice. I know up in Munising last week they had like crystal clear ice. It's rare. But that's enough of this. If you can see it, it is snowing. It does change. Maybe we'll wake up tomorrow with 40 feet of snow on the ground, but no. This is back in Gladstone, and when we woke up the next day, there was about an inch, so there might be more coming too. Fingers crossed for snow. All right, YouTubers, we are going to what I think is the best restaurant in Gladstone, China Lily. But across the street, the sign you can see, Main Street Pizza. You know, again, I'm a pizza snob from New York. Their pizza's not too bad.
It's okay.
It's okay. But China Lily's pretty darn good, so we're gonna go pick that up. We got so far to drive. Yep, we're there. China Lily. And this is the downtown, air quotes, of Gladstone. Nice little town. But you can see a little bit of snow's on its way. YouTubers, it looks like it wants to snow a little bit. It's already a little dust on the ground. Throwing in a little bit of Gladstone for you. When I said we woke up the next day to a little bit of snow, that's actually today when I'm trying to edit this video, and hopefully we'll be able to get it posted today for your enjoyment. Well, maybe, I don't know, the pizza place right here isn't bad. What's the pizza place here?
The saloon?
Yeah, the saloon.
Yeah, their
That's
pizza's
good pizza.
It's good.
Pretty good.
They have a really good BLT pizza.
Even by New York pizza snob standards, it's
well,
pretty good.
I mean, it's different.
It's pretty good. I've had it.
Yeah, their crust is good.
So if your excursion's probably in the summer, there's the address. The food actually looks better in real life than these pictures came out, but it was really good, and I ate a whole bunch of it. She's been gone 6 months, and I miss her, but have a great and wonderful day.